Okay, getting started here, and we're gonna have pretty good pedigree play here. Pretty good kind of grudge matchup here. It's gonna be EU versus NA for the first time in the tournament, I'd say so far, and it's gonna be Mad Lions versus Team Liquid here. Azale right now going over at least the top lane matchup. Alfari, he knows what he's walking into. Armut, commendable top laner, but Alfar should be where there's a major gap here between Mad Lions and TL, and that's where we would expect Team Liquid to want to play around. The rest of the situation could get pretty crazy. Kaiser and Core JJ, also a fantastic matchup as just two incredibly well done playmaking supports. Mid lane, Humanoid versus Jensen. Jensen a little bit more perhaps subdued. We did see him do a lot of counterplays to a very crazy playoff match on his Azir. So this match should be pretty interesting. This should actually also be setting the tone for both teams for what their hopes for getting to playoffs can be. Because Mad Lions are touted as a team that should be like highly praised and damn near expected to make it into the playoffs, make it out of groups. TL on the other side has not ever made it out of groups. Jensen's done it several times on Cloud9, but TL really looking to try to counter the doubt and disappointment that really came from that team during the finals against 100 Thieves. Now, jumping in here into the draft, we've got Ryze, Gwen, Lucian, Misfortune, and Lee Sin banned. So this is actually going to be a very different set of bot laners, and the Yumi can be banned out as well. So the 80 carries that rise the priority in my head at this point is Ezreal. We've seen Kaisa come through. The Aphelios is still up and available, but we're gonna have to see. TL is gonna have their first pick, and maybe Lilia, because jungler has also been secured early on, and it's gonna be the Leona. So Core JJ is securing the Sun to at least start this one out, and should provide him a lot of agency to help start these fights with the solar flares. Yeah, Jace, Aurelia's, and Zhao. Yeah, plenty of priorities. The talent is now actually much more viable and available since the Lee Sin has been banned off, and I would not be surprised for Elioya to take that. There's not really any clear style to Elioya that I've discerned or even heard about. I think this guy's willing to really pretty much take anything, and he reminds me of Sven. Different position, but Sven back in LEC and EULCS when Sven was first coming on. Young rookie, first time in, but has does not budge under any pressure here. Like, he knows he picked this team, he wanted to be on this team, and he has not flinched, budged, or made any great disappointments for the gameplay for Mad Lions this whole year. They had a really great showing at MSI. I believe they even took Damwon Gaming to like 5 games. I want to say it was 5 games. I'd have to check that stat. But yeah, this should go pretty. This should be a pretty powerful. This needs to be a pretty powerful performance for both teams. And Elio going to pick up Karzi's Aphelios. Can't say that Karzi's been too much of a great hyper carry for Mad Lions. He's been a good part of the team for quite a while, and perhaps maybe goes in a little bit too hard, a little too often. But we'll see what an immobile carry will allow him to position himself well and really get off this damage here. On the other side, Team Liquid's going to be able to secure the LeBlanc and Xin Zhao, which is a great, it's a great combo. Normally we've seen LeBlanc banned out, so I'm not sure why that's actually been avoided. And also for the TF, both of those mid laners have been banned quite a lot, and we're going to be able to see both in this matchup. And that should actually be very curious, very interesting to see whether or not, who's going to get Prio in lane, LeBlanc or TF, and then who's going to be able to get the roam off to affect the side lanes. And at this point, I think we're going to start seeing ban outs for ADC, start limiting what Tactical can do. I would expect also a Draven ban, although that's not been a pick for Tactical for the 2 years we've seen him play. But it's going to be a Kalista ban out. And then what's left over for Matt is like junglers or supports, but definitely supports. So you can get rid of the Braum, which would be pretty okay. I think Braum's had more of a focus when it comes to the Misfortune. At least I've focused more on it. And now the next AD carry might be Ezreal. Get rid of the safe pick for tactical. Ziggs has actually disappeared from the entire meta. I think we saw it banned like way early on. And it's going to be the Varus. So two AD carries we have not seen heads or tails from since I'd say spring or even early or summer. So yeah, that's going to be those bans out from there. Getting rid of also that lethality poke, which paired with like the poke of a LeBlanc would be quite devastating. And the last support ban, maybe the Amumu, but I don't think the Amumu really goes through with anything else. And the Thresh, really good ban to actually prevent the Aphelios from having his way out with the Lantern. So that is a good set. That seems like a pretty good set of bans there from Team Liquid. Now, Mad Lions go to secure either communicate their top laner or just grab their support right now, because they do reserve the option to give Armut counter pick. And the Wukong is still up and available. They're going to get Kaiser, the Rel, and I'm really happy about this. Rel has been, I think, really undervalued in this tournament so far. The times that we have seen it on, like, 2 other times I think we've seen in this tournament so far, it has been a fantastically impactful play in lane and really has just shown everyone up. Now, tactical, going to probably secure himself his own AD carry. Ezreal's a really good pick, but does end up being sort of that 3-item carry. With Frozen Heart would not actually be a bad pick here, especially with the Twisted Fate not going to be able to put out a lot of magic damage, as it wouldn't exactly call him a very high damage carry. And now, Camille can be actually blind picked by Alphari. I guess he's pretty okay taking this into the Jarvan, or most likely, I would say Armut bringing in the Wukong would not be surprising, and he's actually going to throw the gauntlet down and bring out the Jax. And we have not seen this since HLE versus LNG, or is this kind of matchup. So this is actually going to, we're having what we actually started out this draft with. The top lane is going to be the main focus of this. Tactical going on to the Ezreal pretty much allows him to just let Core JJ roam off and away. Karzi on the Aphelios a little bit more vulnerable, no dashes on him, but can definitely put out the damage. And you really just want both of these AD carriers to just scale up to their 3 items. Like, you're waiting for 30 minutes for both these AD carries to come online and be able to really put out the damage and really carry the game through their poker, through their team fight and rotation of guns on the side of Aphelios. So this is actually looking pretty interesting here, and this may very well lead. This is going to be very, very decisive, very powerful. And we may see a lot more chaos here, because Mad Lions, very proactive team. The team that's really inherited the spirit of G2 since G2 sort of falling out. Mm-hmm. Try to put the TF ahead, or try to keep the TF locked under a turret on the other side, get the LeBlanc ahead, so that they can not affect the top side. And it's going to be really interesting to see where mid to top is going to be the main focus coming into this match here. Either they go directly to the top to actually just swing that matchup, or they try to actually really give Jensen or Humanoid the advantage so that they can actually roam more easily. Thing is that Humanoid, if he's got the right sense of it, he could probably just sacrifice a wave to just get Armut ahead. And we've seen what Ale was able to do on the Jax in the first game of plans, like really 1v5 vibes out from Ale on that Jax. Now looking to try to get themselves a cheeky catch here. Oh, they're gonna be able to see him. Zenith Blade available. Just gonna get one Mystic Shot on. Core JJ still chasing him down, and he's gotta get that ward. And then opposite ward as well. So both red buffs have been warded by the supports. Yeah. Hasn't placed his ward and instantly based, so that means when he buys sweeper, it's not on cooldown. So he's going to run out towards the top side and take this top side ward on the red. Yes, they'll see him and they'll know he's starting on it, but maybe if kind of Armut or Humanoid in range, they can get XP from it. Doesn't look like they're moving for now. Yep, Armut's moving. So all right, so yeah, they're actually going to give this. They might give this over to Armut, actually. This would give him an advantage. Yeah, they're going to give it to him. So that's actually going to be one less minion required to hit level 2 for Armut, which could be a pretty big swing. I like thinking that Alphar is going to hit tab to identify that difference and not get surprised on the second wave.
So wholesome. All right, I like that. That's a world champion attitude, Cable, right there. He is indeed a world champion, and I'm a non-playoffs maker. Hey, look,
Worlds without having made playoffs. Think about that.
There it is.
There you go.
We take those. We take them where we can get them. That's all I say.
Throwaways for Cagel.
There it is.
Yeah, Bean too. You don't even have that. You had to take it away from him,
Why
Dracos.
did you do that, man?
You're sick.
One more melee.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, you're right. I'm sorry. You know what? Rough start to the game.
All right. Good little trade outs there from Alfari top side. Graphs, Conqueror. Let me just check the runes here. Nothing too crazy. Spellbook on the Twisted Fate, so we'll be seeing a lot of different spell options from him.
Is he going to look to invade or try to move towards top side? Or is he just going to full clear down and leave Armut on this weak side, knowing that maybe TL doesn't have the best dive setup?
I mean, I absolutely agree. This matchup in the early levels is 100% about just dodging the tack sweep. If you're not dodging it and Camille is getting the heal off it with the sweet spot as well as the bonus damage, you will get chipped down. You need to get towards sustain, and to do that at a reasonable pace, you have to avoid that, not get chunked out, push back to base early. So we'll see how well he can do, but so far, Alfari has hit every single one.
Yeah.
And really all Alfari has to do, you hit the W for the slow and the sustain, you walk forward when your passive is up to trade with that passive physical damage shield.
Yeah, so right now Alfari has really just been dunking on Armut. The things that Alfari is quite vulnerable to a gank here. Right now, Elio is pretty much bot side, clearing out his Gromp, but Alfari's gone Ignite Teleport on this Camille. So while he may be winning out the 1v1 quite solidly, as Azale has pointed out, it's going to actually be pretty rough here. And Santorin's available as well. They might actually be going for the dive here right now here, and Armut's going to be a little bit thinner than he'd like here. Counter-Strike's going to come out. He's going to be able to stun up, but now they're going to be able to reset this one, and this is going to be too easy for Alfari. It's going to actually be given over to Santorin. He can take the 2 turret shots, walk away. They did not even have to burn. No burning of the flasher, just the ignite from Alfari. And now it's just going to be a back away. So, great bit of a CS advantage for Alfari. First blood on the Santorin, which can really allow him to impact the other lanes.
No reason to really expend it unless you're getting too greedy. So I expect to see him just walk straight out. He has the Sheen for the early buy. So again, it's going to be about these quick trades with Camille, utilizing the passive.
Yep, and Alfari's going to be able to walk himself back on up and keep his teleport available for even maybe a play bot in the bot lane. Because also getting this Ezreal ahead would be quite a good way to keep the disparity between Ezreal and Aphelios in the later parts of the game, to dispel those and really allow Tactical to poke out the enemy, secure objectives.
LCK average of staying in mid lane is 64%. So that means they stay 64% in their lane and they don't move out too much. Humanoid's number is 46, so he needs to... yeah, it's the opposite. He needs to be unlocked, and he's playing a champion that can do exactly that. TL obviously have the advantage down towards the bot side because they have TP advantage, and Alfari's ahead top. It's all about unlocking mid right now, I think, for Mad Lions.
Yeah, which they're able to pretty much do here. It seems like Humanoid actually has pretty much the priority and the push with his wild cards and with his red cards. And now they're trying to spot out Elioya. They can see him and try and actually get the catch. Oh, and this is going to leave Humanoid alone. Santorin's already gotten the buy of the Iron Whip here, and that's going to actually be a kill over for Jensen to get second blood here. But Alfari's jumping in as well, and they're going to try to get onto Elioya. Flag and drag available. He's going to be able to get it. Stun from Armut's going to help keep them away. But Santorin and Alfari for the collapse there, looking for that fight. Goes in on Humanoid. No fear and no real damage items on Humanoid. He's got the null magic mana, so he's really indexed into a defensive build here. The Dark Seal with no stacks on it. And Santorin with his mythic component really able to actually like secure that situation. So very good first play there. Second blood secured by TL. And that might actually start to unlock Jensen here. And that's what we were talking about. Unlock mid lane to really enable this top lane. Top lane's already got the advantage. Got like 6 CS and an assist.
Santorin got collapsed on in the 2v2 mid jungle and died, and as Jensen responded, Santorin fell, but this time a lot more coordination coming out from the mid jungle of Team Liquid. Tactical, gonna have to shift out to safety, still gonna get locked up briefly. Carzzy not there with the follow-up. Does have the Graviton for the potential CC, but Core JJ now coming down, and Carzzy taking a lot of damage in the midst of that trade, with the wave now crashing into them as well. Core JJ can roam if he wants
Alfari
to.
just base. Are they gonna try to go for some sort of aggressive play here?
If they can stack this wave up and crash it, just their jungler is topside basing.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much else to really come of this. It's going to be a simple play it out and reset it. There's no wards really available. This wave is not going to crash all that hard. And the wave clear that got from Karzi with this Infernum Gravitum is going to be pretty high and pretty easy. Jensen staying mid. Alfari coming down looking for any counter gank options. But Elioya on the Jarvan sitting topside, clearing out his Krugs. Oh, Chain's going to connect here, and that's going to be the call for it. Tactical sweep here. It's going to be a lot of good damage here. Humanoid down to 200 health, but not very interested in going any further. Tactical, I think, with a technical pause here. Something's gone wrong. Yeah, definitely should have been a guaranteed kill here for Alfari. I feel like they went almost all the way, and then something goofed. Yeah, it looks like it's tactical. It does not look like it's Alfari. So I think they just got their advantage, gave the advantage over to Jensen. And now reconnecting mouse and laptop. You kind of need those to play the game.
The only kind of thought process I have here is that top lane is being pushed towards him, and I'm not sure if they had eyes on Elioya. So if you are worried that you ult under the tower and then get hit by the flag and drag, you die and lose the wave that's pushing into your top lane tower, potentially even lose a plate, then maybe that's not worthwhile. You know, he is doing well in that 1v1 and potentially was concerned about that, but it's hard to know.
He looks like he's chilling anyway, so he doesn't mind too much. He's leaning back first on to tilt the chair backwards in the pause. The pro player classic. The second the pause comes in, you grab the lever and just pull it back and you just lay back.
I like it.
Yeah, so Alfari, no worries here. It's nice to see the man, the myth, holding out, best top laner in the West. Not worried about this match, not worried about the fight. And I don't think they're really going to have too much else really to care about here. I think they're just testing out this mouse to see if Tactical is going to be good to go. Yeah, I think they're ready. Yep.
Team Liquid holding on to about 400, 500 gold lead, but some pretty big leads in the most important areas. That said, Armut able to pull just a little bit ahead in CS. Will even out as Alfari goes top to catch his wave. Elioya spotted out. Jensen gonna have to give some respect to the J.
Alfari trying to actually hold out, but he's gonna head on up to catch his wave. And Elioya is being tracked here. Like the Jarvan, I think has a really big issue where he's just easily tracked, even though he has the flag and drag. Like he can get into spaces of darkness on the map to where like it could be really hard. And here comes the engager. Santorin has arrived as well, but the crash down from Kaiser is going to get him out. Gravitum return just to trade there a little bit of health. Now Jensen's going to have to play careful. He's going to get stunned out here, but here comes Elioya, level 6 as well. They got to pick the right one. They're going to crash down onto the clone. They picked the wrong one, Jensen and Santorin. Oh, that's so tragic. That is tragic there.
That hurts. Imagine the absolute uncertainty when you push that Jarvan ulti and then you get it wrong. Oh. And 25 gold. You're expecting the plus 300. You're like, wait a second. Honestly, Jensen,
good chunk there from Tactical.
Mind game. I feel like the better you get at League of Legends, the rarer that mind game works. But you got to know right when it's time to pull it out, and Jensen did. He did indeed. Now TL just trying to crash his bot wave. Maybe Core Day wants the base soon. Herald just spawned.
Tactical would like to also probably base soon. Yeah, so both supports have backed off. The AD carry is going to be left bot side here. First Drake is still available. We're at 9 minutes, 12 seconds in, and we still have yet to see a Dragon taken. So we're still at a slower pace here. Santorin's going to put Prio on getting this Herald. Humanoids in the area. A lot of Mad Lions are going to be here, and they're actually going to collapse there onto Alfari. He has no support here available. It's going to be able to get the tactical sweep out. A little bit of health. Hookshot out to his teammate. But Kaiser's in the pit here. Elio is not far away here, so TL's going to have to figure out their collapse. No teleport on to tactical. He just backed. I think he's going to start heading mid. And Jensen's arrived as well. It's going to be a front to back here. No flanks available for either team. And Santorin's just going to keep taking down this Herald, and I think Mad Lions have just stalemated this situation here. Alfari is going to go topside, be able to get the secure, get some trade back damage onto Alfari, or onto Armut. So that's I over to Santorin, and with Humanoid and company not really getting a lot out of that, kind of staring and watching. Luckily, Karzi sitting bot side here, able to just get his get his CS building XP gold and all that, and get this wave to crash in here onto Tactical. Oh, teleport in from Armut. Alfari looking for his option. He's waiting for the Cataclysm to come through, and there comes the knockup. The tactical sweep doesn't hit anything. Oh, and he misses the hook shot. He mistimes it, and the Cataclysm's already gone, canceled out by eo120, and he can't really do much with that. Jensen teleports in for nothing. Oh, here comes the catcher going to Humanoid here. Kaiser's coming in here to try to actually stop the situation, but Santorin's gone under the turret. He's going to take 2 shots there. Core JJ tanking it. Chain's going to connect on to Kaiser, but there's not much else to be done there. And that's going to be a Dragon for Team Liquid. Yeah, pace increase. Definitely here for Team Liquid Mad Lions. Still keeping this close here. TL actually with the early gold advantage with about 1,000k gold lead in favor of them. Imagine most of it, yep, most of it is on the jungler. Everything else looked actually to be pretty even. Topside's even pretty even right now with a kill advantage for Armut after that gank from eo120. First mythic finish there, 1151 there for Santorin. I can't say this topside's actually been swayed too much just yet. Golden levels are pretty even. eo120 coming again. Sweeper available. How far are you going to be able to spot him with that Tri-Brush Ward? Keep himself safe. Looks like I really want to try to get something done here. Santorin's moving back up top here. Yeah, I wonder if they're trying to actually get a catcher onto Armut. He has his flash, and Santorin does have the eye. Alright, so and Core JJ is here as well. Jensen could be able to make the move on up here. Red buff available. Might be one to contest it. Gonna contest for the chickens, but I don't think you're aware of what else is available here. 3 Mad Lions, 2 Team Liquids, and good little smite steal there from Santorin. Core JJ keeping himself aware. I don't think they even know that Core JJ is here. The word's going to be cleared out. It's just Santorin showing there. Core JJ is going to show now. You'll be able to get rid of this ward here. But that's going to be 4 topside versus 4. The ADCs are just sitting on the other side. Humanoids actually stayed in mid lane, but they want to get this Herald down here. And they want to be able to get these turret plates onto Alfari. That's going to be the charge off. And not only any gold went to anyone, but maybe onto Santorin. So they were able to get the Herald up. They weren't really able to get any gold onto the carriers that they wanted to. There might have been a spectator bug, but it did not look like any turret plate gold went to anyone. Ooh, big trade there from Alfari. There reads the counter strike out very well. And now, kind of prepared to go in on Armut here. Yeah, Alfari really wanted that all in there. I think he really wanted to start highlighting Humanoid, keeping himself locked, keeping himself surviving. As it was pointed out, Resolve Tree in the second spot, Merc Treads available, major sustain options, especially with the Corrupting Potion. we're still waiting for actually to see a Destiny, like more Destiny plays out from. We've seen the top side one that actually got the collapse onto Alfara and got the kill onto Armut. But there is, want to see more plays. I want to see a little more action. Need to see a little more action. 50 minutes into this game, only one Drake's been taken, one Herald's been taken, turret plates are gone. It just doesn't feel like teams are really confident about like even doing bot side ganks here. Like they are, like a lot of the focus has been top side. Humanoid securing, winning that little trade there. And cheeky little true shot barrage there from Tactical, going to delay the back from Karzi and Gunna. Maybe force him to lose a little bit of CS here. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like 3 are going to be on this tower, and the turret plates are gone. A lot of that armor, a lot of that defensive stats on this turret are going to go away. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to actually stick for it. Oh, here comes the play here. This is what I was talking about here. The Gold Guard is going to come out and connect onto Alfar, and he's going to get knocked down here. Hexic Ultimatum comes through. He's trying to get himself out here. And the Cataclysm is going to come through here. He's still holding on, but Humanoid is going to secure himself his first kill. And that's a win for Mad Lions. Didn't get blown up as quickly as possible, but still pretty clean here. And that's going to actually be first turret for Mad Lions here top side. And now Santorin's arrived here as well, trying to get the kill, trying to get the jump onto Elioya. But Kaiser's also arrived here, and Elioya going to blow up here. Flag and Drag's going to get him a little bit of distance, but there's a crash down from Kaiser, trying to actually escape the situation. So tit for tat there for TL Mad Lions. Jungler for top laner, but Santorin just is going to read this as, I'm taking this Herald, and Core JG going to play screen for him. So it still ends up being in favor of Team Liquid. Another death for Alfara, but that should not be too much to worry about. CS is still between him and Armut. And frankly, if it looks like this Herald's going to go down without a fight, which means that TL is going to be able to probably use it mid lane and really provide themselves more opportunity and more map control. And that's pretty much all you need for this combination, especially with like the LeBlanc who wants to be able to get out and go around, find people, pick them off, chain them up. Now we're actually getting a rotation here. Armut's going to come down here. 3 available. Corjay is coming to support him. We're now trying to get some movement here, get some damage in. Counter-Strike to be used by Armut to get himself out here. Teleport coming in from Jensen, but I don't think there's going to be much else to be done. And this could be Cloud Drake started up by Elioya, actually. So it's going to be 3 available for this play onto the Dragon. Corjay is going to ward it out. They're going to see this is happening, but it's going to be a little bit too late here. No one's going to be able to get into. Min's going to jump in just for a little. Armut available. Core JD, I think he'd be caught out here, but Counter-Strike's going to come through. No, he's got Flash available, but he's going to be stunned up, and now here comes the rest of the fight here. Oh, Karzian's a touch. He's going to be able to actually just put this one down here. It's not going to be much else to really go. There's not really much access. Kaiser is going to get super low. That's going to be a dead Jensen, and now Mad Lions win. The closest thing, a 4v4 skirmish, but Karzi with the white gun available, able to put down a great amount of damage. And the AoE coming out from Humanoid and company, really getting a lot of work done.
That's one of those situations that to me just feels like, hey, we committed the TP, we need to get something here, and a bit of an overforce potentially. Doesn't turn out too bad for them though, as they did have tactical pushing elsewhere. They are able to get away with their tail between their legs.
Yeah, so Jensen goes over to get a little poke on, but they see Core JJ here, and that's their go time. Counter-Strike's going to stun him up here. Could have flashed this one out, like TL wanted this. But it's a 4v4, it's a 4v5 situation. It's not in their advantage. Great disruption there by Santorin. Not really a lot else to get him. They get the kill onto Elioya. And a very good two-shot barrage from them coming in. But the Moonlight Visual just coming from Karzi just puts out so much damage to help finish off the kill there.
Yeah, Tactical's strongest member, well, richest member in the game right now, has his 2 items complete here. He's going to be feeling good. And see a tweet from Jackson McQueen. Jensen is NA faker and he rocks my world. Also, the casters are handsome.
That's an easy way to get featured. We call that bribery, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not above flattery and bribery here to get your tweets on the broadcast. All right, now, even with that teamfight loss, their bot side there, TL still holding gold lead here. 2k gold lead in their favor. Map control kind of in their favor as well. 2 turrets above Mad Lions right now. And this is pretty much where everything is unlocked here. Mid turret's gone, top turret's gone. And now this top red buff jungle area is going to be basically TLs from here on out until we actually get a rotation of pressure. Tactical is going to move in the mid lane here, and this is where we start to threaten the tier 2. Armut trying to defend this tier 2 top side here, but he's going to get a good chunk out of there. Slow poke from Jensen. Mimic's still available. Santorin's arrived as well. Might be a little bit of fight here underneath this turret here, and they're going to be going in. Kaiser's getting a good magnet storm up, but I don't think there's much else to really come through here. Try to get the Cataclysm off, but Kaiser still super low. Karzi is arriving a little late here, but TL super low. Tactical trying to put the Mystic shots out here to prevent Karzi from coming, but here comes the Destiny from Humanoid and the Teleport from Army. He's going to be fully healed up off of this, and TL might have a problem here. They need to figure out how to fight this one out. You're going to be going into the alcove. True Shot Barov is going to come out, tick on to Yoya, but it's going to be the jump onto Tactical. They're trying to get onto Humanoid. He puts the Everfrost in the wrong direction, but now Santorin running front line for his team here. Tactical is about to be actually caught in the wrong place. He's going to flash away here, but Armut's going to be able to get the counter strike, and they're going to get the blow up onto the bot lane of Team Liquid. Counter kill onto Elioya, but he's not really too concerned about Armut unleashed and running forward, but he's going to get blown up by Alfari here, and it's just Alfari standing as 4 of his teammates have fallen here. Shutdown gold onto Karzi as him and his mid laner Humanoid stand tall after that long chase. 3 kills onto the Aphelios right now. Mm. Yeah.
Which seemed like a bold call because it was like a 2v4 initially with Kaiser and Elioya going in, but they just prolonged the fight so long that when Humanoid TP's in, he ults behind them, drops a ward for Armut who's based, so they just played the fight really well slowly and themselves with a gold lead actually.
Perhaps even Mad Lions recognizing they had the long chase con available. And really, their also ability to recognize opportunity in the moment and to really play forward with it. Normally, you like defend that turret, maybe just leave it alone, but they recognize that they can actually chase down TL through the top lane and perhaps even just win out far more than would be expected. Now, a little bit of stun there on to Tactical. He's going to be brought down to half health, but Humanoid, I think you're going to have a little bit of trouble here, brought down to like 10% health. Ultimate's going to come out here trying to maybe just get a little bit of prio onto the wave, because this Mountain Drake's coming up here, and this is going to be second Drake for either team. Jensen looking for a pick here, looking to see if Humanoid is going to disrespect the situation. Camille already sitting on the dragon, ready for it to spawn. Anything is going to get started here, but the poke from this Ezra is going to be doing good work here, and the wind becomes lightning from Santorin is going to bring him all the way over here. Here comes the Destiny. Humanoid has arrived here. He's back to full health, but now the fight on the left side here, and Santorin's actually going to get caught out here, but that's going to be a kill for the Aphelios. Trading out, also going to kill each other, it looks like, and that's going to be 2 more kills, 1 for Tactical and 1 for Alfari, and that's going to be 3 down the side of Mad Lions. Baron's alive here, 23 minutes in here. No jungler. Elioya is down, and that's going to be a Baron for TL. I don't think there's going to be much else to really be done here. Armut, teleport not available, is getting healed up in base right now. Yeah, there's nothing that actually Mad Lions can do here. So Baron secured free Team Liquid here. This is looking really good. It was not expected by anyone that TL were going to be able to actually have themselves a win over Mad Lions, but they are showing up in a great way here. And the poke coming from Tactical, doing so much work here. Just him and Jensen, and Santorin with the engage is forcing it forward. The slow from Leona is good enough to actually help them get the distance. Alfari eating a little bit, but this left side here, Santorin just eats so much. And then the wind becomes lightning, I think, finishes off the Aphelios, and once that goes down, the rest is just done and done. The Cataclysm locks up Kaiser and Elioya, putting them both in their death. Jarvan, I think, trying to help, but unfortunately not helping enough. And now here comes the Drake that we were talking about here. It's going to be secured here by Santorin. Not a lot of pressure top side, but going to start distributing out. Yep, just in case. No fight. No fight coming through. They've gotten Baron. They've gotten the second Drake. And now here comes the flip. Can Mad Lions find themselves an opportunity to stuff this dragon opportunity, or this Baron power play, and keep themselves in this game? Because this is where the gold lead starts to really blow up. We gotta start getting the mid and top lanes pushed in.
this safe rotation back and forth, pressuring both sides until they can get an odd numbered setup.
Yeah, and it's going to basically split Mad Lions in between two places, and Alfari and Jensen are going to get their own solo time with this turret. And Tactical and Santorin and CoreJJ can just stay safe here. Going to jump in on LA, just bullying them out of their jungle. Yeah, this is all that's really going to happen here. There's not much Mad Lions can really do here. 4 kills onto this Aphelios. They need to keep him alive if they want to win this next fight. And it's a question of when's that next fight going to be. This Baron still got a minute and 20 seconds left on it. They just need to get this bot side wave crashed into the inhibitor turret, and that will provide the mutual pressure. They're trying to sync these waves right now. Mid lane wave now a little bit behind the top lane wave. Alfari using what's left of... Yep, there's going to be the clear out of the waves, and now they're going to be synchronized. This is going to help really apply the pressure. Oh, really good play. And that's going to be a huge chunk there onto Karzi. He is out of this fight here. He has to back off right now. There's not going to be much else to be done here. Not a lot of counter poke from the rest of Mad Lions coming through. And that's going to be the jump in there. Karzi looking really low here. Red and green gun available. It's not going to be the best combo here. He's going to put the red on out to get himself a big heal. He's going to get the shutdown onto Alfari. And that's even more gold into Karzi's hands here. This is going to get a little bit scary if he's allowed to stand. If there's no poke onto Karzi and this red gun, white gun is available, he's going to start being able to heal up. He's back to full health. And then Mad Lions are ready to fight here. 5v4 and TL need to run away here. Only able to get themselves a 2.5. He's going to run on in. Wimicle's Lightning is going to connect here, but the stun's going to go out onto CoreJJ. He's going to get stunned up, but he's going to survive this. The counter kill onto Armit's going to come through, and Tactical going to be able to grab another one onto Humanoid with the auto attack, and now Mad Lions need to run back. So the re-engage is going to come through your flash, chains onto Karzi, and he's going to get blown up here as well, but he's going to stand tall here. It's going to get body blocked here, but the true shot barrage from Tactical takes out the jungle and the crash down, not able to get completed by Karzi, by Kaiser, and now Team Liquid's going to be able to run this one up. Baron's buff has gone away, but the back and forth of this match has been fantastic. TL doing NA proud here, beating the LEC champions first seed and winning their first match here and putting the hopes of NA into all of our spirits.
27 minutes at that. Mad Lions managed to get a shutdown on Alfari. If they slow chase that a little bit, push them out and get some vision, then they're fine, but they overreach, and TL was so quick to punish Santorin and Tactical.
Very good stuff. All right, we're going to call that one there.